Welcome everyone to this exciting discussion about the highly anticipated cricket series, The Ashes. The Ashes, known as one of the oldest rivalries in the world of sports, brings together two cricketing giants, England and Australia. In this video, we will be looking into the newly developed Bazball by the English cricket team and interesting matchups and the predictions from our guests. So without any further ado, let's get straight into it. Hello everyone. Today we have my fellow colleagues from University of Liverpool, Tejas Mahesh and Utkarsh Narsingh. So we'll be having a discussion about Ashes 2023. So let's start off with Tejas. So Tejas, what do you think about the preparations of the both the teams for Ashes 2023?
I think they're quite prepared for the series with, as we've seen, Australia has already been in England from the past month, and England's also been in a camp from the past probably 2 or 3 weeks, and Australia has already won a game here playing against India. So I think both the teams are quite ready to face the challenge of the five-match Test series, and yeah, that's it. Let's look forward to it.
Yeah, both teams look prepared. Like Australia couldn't ask for a better start with winning the WTC finals. So let's talk about England here. They have developed an interesting style of cricket. So what do you think about the Bazball style they have developed in past years? So Utkarsh, what are your thoughts about the Bazball?
Yeah, Bazball, it is an interesting approach with in the modern day cricket, or you can say the Test cricket. With the modern generation more focused on the T20 cricket, so like they have tried to bring that style of play into Test cricket as well. So and it has been quite successful over the past few years, and it would be interesting to see how this approach pans out in this current Test series.
Yeah, exactly. This is what my next question was. Tejas, what do you think? Is this system sustainable? Will they be successful against Australians?
It's right now it's a bit of dicey on how they're going forward with it. But as we have seen, they've tried this in New Zealand, which is one of the most bowling friendly conditions, if you know what I mean, and they've actually quite succeeded in doing that. So I think it's a good way going forward for England cricket because before 12 months, 16 months, their Test team was stagnant. They were not going anywhere. Now it looks exciting. People are looking forward. England play Test cricket again, but as you said, for it being sustainable, they need to win against good teams and good bowling attacks, like Australia, for example. As Utkarsh said, they have a far more experienced bowling lineup, and how they pan against Australia would tell a lot about the sustainability of this approach. And one interesting thing is India next year as well. They're coming to India. They need to play in spinning wickets, and we have to see if they will choose the same method. But as far as I know, seeing McCullum and Stokes, they will use this because they've said that their main approach to it is being entertaining. They want to entertain people, and this is how you entertain people nowadays. So yeah, we can never know how it will pan out, but let's hope and let's pray that it works out because this is how Test cricket is going to be, and they look like the pioneers of how Test cricket will be played in the course of next few years.
Exactly. It will be really interesting to see, and only time will tell. So, moving on to some key interesting battles you are looking forward to in this Ashes. Since it's a long series, you get to see those one-on-one battles. So, what are the matchups you are looking for?
Uh, this is an interesting question, Rigved, because I've been thinking about how Harry Brook would go against Nathan Lyon. Because I think Harry Brook has got the license from both his coach and captain to go hard at every bowler he faces, and he has said himself in the press conference that he's not going. He's going to go no holds barred, you know. But Nathan Lyon is a wily character. He's always on the money. He's never lose. This matchup would most probably be like Rishabh Pant and Nathan Lyon during the Border Gavaskar Trophy, but Harry Brook is a bit less experienced than Rishabh Pant, and Lion, you know, he's called Goat. So I think that will be a good matchup. One more matchup I would say would be Moeen Ali against Australia's left-handers. They have quite a few left-handers in the top order and middle order. So Moeen Ali being a right-arm off spinner would be very handy instead of Jack Leach. So those are the two matchups that would decide the course of many matches and probably would decide the series as well.
So, Utkarsh, what are you looking out in these matchups?
Like you can say the to add on to Tejas' point, Nathan Lyon has said that he has been one of the bowlers that had been six for more sixes in the course of Test cricket. So he won't be afraid to like toss up the ball up front. And on the other end, about Moeen Ali, that is this is one of the matches to look out for. But when you see something on the personal front of Moeen Ali, he has not been very successful in front of Australians. And one of the key battles that I would look forward to is like that is this is the battle we have been following for the past one or two series, previous Ashes series, and this is of Broad against Warner. And you have already we have seen that Warner has always struggled in the seaming conditions and when the ball is being like taken away from him. So this is one of the like key battles you can say that I'm looking forward to.
But as you know, David Warner probably might be playing his last Test series in England because he said he's going to retire after the next Australian summer. So it will. I don't think so. He'd be under a lot of pressure because he has no pressure for performing right now. Maybe he's just gonna have fun, and maybe that's the factor that changes his performance during this Ashes. So yeah, that is an interesting matchup.
Yes, sounds interesting, definitely. So, moving on to the last part of this video, what are the predictions? Do you think who will clinch the Ashes this time? And also, who is the player to look out for in this Ashes 2023?
Like I would say, it would be an interesting as a series to look out for, um, and with the way England are playing also. Uh, so I think Australia will go on to win the series 3-2, and I think that all the Test matches will have the results because the way they're playing, the England are playing. I don't think there will be any draw in the series as well. And the one player I would say to look out for is Bolland because he has done pretty well against India as well in the WTC final. And you can see that he is one of the hit the deck bowlers as well. And if there is nothing on offer, he can like produce something out of nothing. So he is one of the characters I would say to look out for.
I'm not a big fan of predictions, Rigved, but as you've asked me to tell, I'd probably say 4-1 to Australia because Australia, as we know, is a team to look out for. Even though England's been playing pretty well in the past 12 months, it's my heart still says Australia because of their the character and how they come out playing Test cricket. One player to look out for would be Cam Green. According to me, he's one of the upcoming future superstars, and being playing in the middle order and being the fourth seamer for the Australian attack, it'll be pretty interesting to see how he'll pan out and how he'll play his game, and how he goes about his game and how he performs probably might tell Australia's influence in the series. So it's 4-1 for Australia and Cam Green the player to look out for.
That's interesting. Both are guests tilting towards Australia. So it will be interesting to see how this series turns out to be. So thank you to our guest for giving your valuable time for this channel. So thank you very much.
Thanks again. Cheers.